Hey there, and welcome back to the We Miss the Exit Show. We are doing our U.S. Grand Prix preview. Yes, I was able to watch the qualifying, and we are actually able to get one done ahead of the race for once in a long while. So let's jump right into the U.S. Grand Prix at the Circuit of America. Real quick, race news. Still no full resolution on the 2021 funding issues for Red Bull and Aston Martin. Um, they have discussed um, that they did find issues and they still haven't given out the punishments. Hamilton and Mercedes and Bottas are also all calling for heavy punishments. I'm not against heavy punishments, but I don't think it should be allowed to jump into the Racers Championship, Drivers Championship. Um, Maybe it was unfair, but it Max Verstappen proved he was the better racer last year. He deserves the championship. And if they try to take that away from him, I may be done watching F1. Um, and so hopefully they don't take the championship away. That again is unfair, but we'll just have to wait to see what happens when we get there. Mick Schumacher is still not signed back with Haas. Another seat is now gone. Logan Sargent is possibly going to be joining Williams next year. He is the first American to race in Formula One in like almost 10 years. Um, Great driver. He just doesn't have enough super license points yet, so they're going to try to get those done for him before the season is over, and hopefully we'll have an American driving next year. Um, but that doesn't leave a whole lot of chances. That leaves just the Haas seat left. Mick has cost Haas a lot of money with crashing cars. I personally think he's gotten a lot better recently. It's His last crash was pretty rainy, and there was a lot of people all over the place. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens. I think he'll be racing there next year. I think they're just trying to work things out. I don't see them really finding anyone um, that really could be better. I think he's a great development driver. He's still young. He's an F2 champion, so um, I think he'll be there, but we'll see what happens. Fine either way. The W Series is done already. They were supposed to have a few races left, but I guess funding was an issue. So that's it. The W Series for the season. It's kind of sad that F1 couldn't, or the FIA and F1 couldn't float the money for the W Series to finish this year. I know it's not cheap. I know it's very expensive. But I think the W Series is a great event. There are talks of a women's youth racing joining F1 next year, but we'll have to wait to see with that. Um, but without further ado, that's the news. And again, Ricardo's still not signed. I don't think he's going to get signed. There's talks about him being a reserve driver. We'll see what happens. He's got a big personality. Maybe they'll get him in some commentary. But when we get to qualifying, you'll see, things aren't quite as great for him as they used to be. So, Circuit of Americas today in just a couple of hours, not the 22nd, the 23rd. Wrong date. Good job with that. Um, so here we go. This is the grid. There were a few penalty points here for the race, so this is not how they finished qualifying. Um, Leclerc took a 10 place penalty, Alonso took a 5 place penalty, and Checo took a 5 place penalty. Leclerc actually ended up second in qualifying, with Max being third, but again, he does move up to the front row. Checo was also in there. Um, so the Mercedes moved up. They haven't dealt with a whole lot of penalties this year. I'm a little surprised. Everyone else is pretty much taking penalties. They haven't so much. But this is the grid. So Carlos Sainz, who did get pole right off the bat, he had the fastest time. He is starting P1. Max Verstappen P2. Hamilton 3. Russell 4. Um, Stroll 5. Norris 6th. Bottas 7th. Perez 8th. Albon 9th, Vettel 10th, Gasly 11th, Leclerc 12th, Sonoda 13th, Alonso 14th, Magnussen 15th, Ricciardo 16th, Ocon 17th, Schumacher 18th, Zhou 19th, and Latifi is in last. There was a little bit of controversy There was a little bit of controversy due to Joe having a lap time deleted on P1, I think it was, knocking him out, um, having his lap time deleted. Uh, there's video of Verstappen being pretty close. To me, it looked like Verstappen was still in line, Joe was not. But you're talking millimeters, and I'd hate to be the one making that decision when it comes to dealing out penalties. All right, so that is qualifying for this race. The As you can see here, Joe did get knocked down, but he was pretty close to be. He was clearly in Q2 before his lap time was deleted. Um, the Alfa Romeos are fast this weekend. All the the Haas's didn't look that fast, but um, Alfa Romeo and Ferrari are fast this weekend, as you can clearly see. Anyway, my predictions for the race: I do think Max Verstappen is going to win. The gap between the two racers is so small, less than a tenth of a second. I do think Max. Ferraris have proven they're fast on single laps, but overall, I think um, Max is able to win this race. And he already has a championship. He's got nothing to lose. I think he has a great race, and I think he does win. Sainz, I think, gets second. Hamilton third. I think Perez is able to make his way through the pack and get fourth. I think Leclerc, again, that Ferrari is fast. I think he's going to end up in fifth, getting around Russell, who ends up in sixth. Norris, I think, is able to hold off Bottas. He'll end up in seventh. Bottas, I do think, is going to be in eighth. Again, the Alfa Romeo looks fast. So does the Alpine, but I do think they're a little bit faster. Um, Alonso's going to get ninth, and Vettel, who did look pretty fast in a lot this weekend, I think he does end up in 10th. All right, these are my drivers for the race on fantasy. So I am hoping Sainz, Verstappen do well. Same with Hamilton. I may have all three guys on the podium. That would be great for me, but again, just could just be wishful thinking. I have Joe all the way in the back. That did suck for me, but I'm hopeful for the best. Um, Alfa Romeo, again, I'm hoping for a great weekend for them. Bottas had a great qualifying. Hopefully, Joe is able to turn around and move through the pack. But I'm feeling good about my team. Let me know about my team in the comments below. Let me know who you think is going to win the race. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram at We Miss the Exit. And thanks for watching. Have a great day.